20th annual meeting of the Jewish Federation of Greater Indianapolis. I'm Helen Kurlander Goldstein, and I have the honor of serving as the current, for the next hour and a half, president of the Federation Board of Directors. I'm truly delighted to see so many of you here tonight, even because there's the Pacer game, but I guess we all sort of lucked out. We didn't get tickets. An event like this doesn't come together on its own. It takes months of work, planning, and dedication. And I want to express my sincere thanks to Mark Swates, our CEO, Andrea Kaczynski, I don't see her, but she's probably running around somewhere, our Chief Marketing Officer, and all of the exceptional Federation staff who made tonight possible. We have a meaningful and inspiring program ahead. Tonight, we will honor remarkable individuals whose leadership and passion have made a real difference in our Jewish community this past year. We will also recognize innovative programming that we have had that have had as innovative programs, I should say, that have had a significant impact on Jewish life here in Indianapolis. You'll hear stories that remind us why we do what we do, stories about the power of your generosity, how your support fuels the vital services and programs that help our community not just survive, but thrive. We'll also take care of some important Federation business, thanking our outgoing board members for their dedicated service, welcoming new board members and executive committee members, and conducting a vote for the next co-presidents. The first time in 120 years we will have co-presidents, so it's exciting. To begin the special event, it's my honor to invite to the podium Rabbi Daniel Eskenazi of Eitz Chaim, one of the newest members of our clergy community, to share a Devar Torah with us. Rabbi Eskenazi.
Shalom, friends. It's a true honor, a true kavod to speak before this extraordinary gathering tonight. Thank you, Mark, for the invitation, for the kind invitation, and thank you all for your community, you all community leaders, supporters, and visionaries for being here. So Mark told me to give a 45 minutes Var Torah, but because of the Pacers game tonight, I decided to give you a break and speak only for 40 minutes. After all, I am a rabbi, I'm not a monster. And remember that tomorrow we have Minyan, 7:15. Tonight, I want to speak to you not just about Torah, but about the glue that holds us together, about what it means to build a Jewish community and to build it proudly. In Parashat Vayakel, we read that Moshe assembled the entire congregation of the children of Israel. The root of this word is Vayakel. It's Kuf Hei Lamed, the same as Kehillah. Kehillah is community. But notice, Moshe doesn't just give a speech. He doesn't call a press conference. He doesn't issue a memo. He assembles them physically, spiritually, purposefully, to create something greater than the sum of its parts. And what do they build together? They build the Mishkan, the portable sanctuary, the spiritual heart of the people of Israel. Not a palace, not a government, but a dwelling place for the divine, created through generosity, craftsmanship, and unity. And here's what's amazing. Every person gave what they could give. Gold, silver, wool, wood, time, talent. Some spooned linen, others brought oil, others knew how to carve or sew. And the Torah says, and every person whose heart moved them, they came. In other words, community is not built by wealth or wisdom alone. It is built by heart, by people whose hearts are moved and who decide to show up. Dear friends, this is exactly what you have done. You have shown up for your people, in your giving, in your caring, in your leadership. Whether it's Jewish education or supporting Israel or standing against anti-Semitism, whether it's a camp scholarship or a hot meal for a senior or a safe space for a teen who just needs to be heard. You have built a Mishkan, a sacred place where Jewish pride, Jewish values, and Jewish life can thrive. But let me be honest, building community today, it's not easy. We live in an age of individualism, of noise, distractions, divisions, and very often fear. Our youth are told to hide who they are, on campus, online, sometimes even in their own hearts. And yet here we are in Indianapolis, Indiana, not just surviving, not just existing, but thriving. Let that sink for a moment. Do you know what kind of miracle that is? There were times in Jewish history when we could not dream this. There were centuries when our ancestors could not gather like this without fear of persecution. And yet tonight, we are here, proud, united, and free. Because those before us believed in something larger than themselves. They believed that Am Israel is eternal. They believed in the covenant, and they believed in you, even if they didn't know you, even if they didn't know your name. I want to share a personal history. A few years ago in Barcelona, a young boy in our synagogue told me, "Rabbi, I love being Jewish, but I don't think my friends at school get it." I asked him what he meant, and he said, "They ask me why we eat weird food, why do we miss school for holidays, why I can't come for their birthday party on Shabbat." And I told him, "Tell them that your people built the pyramids and survived the Romans, that we crossed the desert and debated philosophers, that we have written prayers and symphonies and laws and jokes, that we are a people of memory, mission, and meaning. And yes, if we must, we have to eat gefilte fish and kugel and herring, but with enough arak, everything is possible." So we should never have to apologize for our identity. And no Jewish child should ever feel they have to shrink themselves to fit into the world, because we don't need to fit in. We are here to stand out with courage, with pride, and with each other. So I'll close with this. How fast the time passes, the 40 minutes. The Mishkan, the sanctuary, was held together by hooks made of gold called Bavea Amudim, the connectors. That's what we are, connectors. Connectors between generations, between institutions, between values and action. And in a world where so much feels fragmented, Jewish community says, we are one. So thank you. Thank you for being builders. Thank you for being connectors. Thank you for being the kind of people whose hearts are moved. May we continue to build together with faith, with hope, and with overflowing Jewish pride. Am Israel Chai. Thank you very much.
Ashkach, Rabbi. Welcome to our community. We are all so lucky and happy to have you here with us. Good evening, everybody. I am Mark Suatez, the CEO of the Jewish Federation of Greater Indianapolis. And on behalf of Helen and myself, I want to extend a heartfelt gratitude to the devoted clergy and the incredible leaders of our synagogues and partner agencies who have joined us here tonight. This past year, we've witnessed an extraordinary level of unity and collaboration across our community, something truly inspiring. The strength and vitality of Jewish life in Indianapolis is possible only because of the deep partnerships we share with each of you. Thank you for all that you do. So tonight with us, I just want to recognize, and hopefully I got everybody, we have Rabbi Ashkenazi from Etz Chaim, Rabbi Grossbaum from Chabad, Rabbi Christopher from IHC. We have Evan Loopline and Janie Maurer, the CEO and chairman of the board of Hooverwood Living. Lori Halpern from Hastings Hebrew Academy. Sam Dobrinsky and Eric Ratner, the CEO and chairman of the board of the JCC. Rachel Katz from JFS, and Eli Isaacs, the chair at JCRC. Thank you all for joining us here tonight. And since this is the Federation's annual meeting, I want to take a moment to offer a heartfelt thank you to our past presidents who are here with us tonight. I know firsthand that there's no such thing as an easy term as a Federation president. Your leadership paved the way for all of us, and we are truly standing on the strong foundation that you built. And I hope I got everybody as you were coming into the room. So here's who I think is here: David Kleiman, Dick Leventhal, Ofer Koren, Mike Rubin, Brad Bell, Beth Clapper, and Leslie Rubin. So thank you all for joining us. And now it is my honor to invite a few of our esteemed partner agency leaders to lead us in some prayers. So I invite Lori Halpern, principal of Houston Hebrew Academy, Evan Lublein, the CEO of Hooverwood Living, and Sam Dobrinsky, the CEO of Indianapolis JCC, to come up on stage and to lead us in some prayers. It's not here. Call it up on your phone. Andrea promised that it was. Yeah.
A prayer for our hostages. Our brothers, the whole house of Israel, our sisters, the whole house of Israel, who are in distress and captivity, who wander over sea and land, may God have mercy on them and bring them from distress to comfort, from darkness to life, from slavery to redemption, now, swiftly, and soon.
Prayer for our soldiers. May God who blessed our ancestors, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Sarah and Rebekah, Rachel and Leah, bless and strengthen the soldiers of Israel's defense forces. May the Holy Blessed One preserve and rescue them from every trouble and distress, from injury and illness. Rock and Redeemer of Israel, grant peace and joy to the inhabitants of the state of Israel, removing from the midst of hatred and enmity friendship, as soon as they may vision of the prophet to be filled. Nation shall not lift the sword against the nation, nor learn war anymore. And let us say, Amen.
There you go.
Prayer for the state of Israel. Sovereign of the universe, stronghold and redeemer of Israel, bless the state of Israel with its promise of redemption. Shield it with your love, spread over it the shelter of your peace. Guide its leaders and advisors with your light and truth. Help them with your good counsel. Strengthen the defenders of our holy land. Deliver them and prosper their efforts. Bless the land with peace and all its inhabitants with lasting joy. And let us say, Amen.
And now, please join me as we remember the members of the Jewish community who have passed away since our last annual meeting, including the loss of several Holocaust survivors and longtime lay leaders. Notably, we mark the passing of Federation past President Walter Wolf Jr., who passed away just a few days ago. Walter was president of the Federation from 1975 to 1978 and was dedicated to our Jewish community his entire life. May their memory be a blessing. And now, please join me in a moment of silence to remember the 53 remaining hostages in Gaza and other victims of terrorism, those affected here at home, in Israel, and across the globe. This moment is also dedicated to honor the brave memory of our armed forces who have made the ultimate sacrifice for our country, as well as the courageous soldiers of the Israel Defense Forces who have given their lives defending the world's only Jewish state. May their memory be a blessing. Tonight, we honor the resilience, the compassion, and the unwavering spirit that defines the Jewish Federation of Greater Indianapolis. We honor the leaders, the volunteers, and every member of our community who contributes to that shared mission. Our work is far from over, but we stand ready, more connected, more determined, and more hopeful than ever. Thank you for your passion, your partnership, and your belief in the power of community. Together, we will continue to protect, nurture, and lead. Together, we will build a future where Jewish life flourishes, here at home, in Israel, and around the world. So please watch the screen for a video highlighting our community's impact.
Over the past year, the Jewish Federation of Greater Indianapolis has served as the hub at the heart of a vibrant, compassionate, and resilient Jewish community. Together as one, we have lived up to our promise to care for the vulnerable, strengthen Jewish identity, and deepen our connections both here at home and around the world. At the center of all we do is you, our community. We stood shoulder to shoulder with our Jewish family worldwide. In times of crisis, we mobilized quickly, delivering urgent aid to Israel through strong partnerships with international organizations. Creating a secure, thriving Jewish community starts with action, and that's exactly what we are taking. Through our Safe Indiana Security Initiative, we are identifying threats, promoting vigilance, and working closely with local, state, and federal law enforcement to keep our community safe. By partnering with the Secure Community Network, we bring national best practices right here to the state, ensuring we are prepared now more than ever. We are training institutions, empowering individuals, and fostering a culture of awareness, because every one of us plays a vital role in community security. At Jewish Family Services, caring means supporting every generation at every stage of life. Whether it's caring for our elderly, providing nutritious food through Popsy's Pantry, or offering critical support to Holocaust survivors, JFS meets real needs with compassion. Through inclusive programs like the Hamsa Fund, we support children and young adults with education and life enrichment opportunities that help them thrive. The Jewish Federation of Greater Indianapolis brings our community together, opening doors to engagement, impact, and shared purpose. Nowhere is this more powerful than in women's philanthropy. Jewish women from every background are leading with heart and determination. As volunteers, mentors, and changemakers, they uplift one another and strengthen our entire community. Their dedication sustains Jewish life today and builds a brighter tomorrow. Their impact is lasting, powerful, and essential. Preparing the next generation isn't just a priority, it is our responsibility. Through our leadership programs such as Prostowski Atid and Mauer Koach, we do more than educate, we launch futures. Young adults are stepping forward with confidence, taking on roles in synagogues, boards, and Jewish organizations across the country and around the world. From the joyful stories shared through PJ Library, sparking Jewish curiosity in our youngest learners, to the bold vision and energy of Next Gen, these programs build connection and inspire every generation to have meaningful experiences in our community. In a world forever changed after October 7th, our response has been clear. We are stronger together. We've created new ways to connect, to feel safe, and to find meaning in togetherness. Together as one, we build community. We lift one another up. We stand strong against hate. We support Israel with unwavering pride. We nurture Jewish life, not only in times of crisis, but every day. We protect, we lead, and we rise, together as one. We carry our Jewish pride with strength, stand united, and deepen our bonds. We are building more than a community, we are shaping the future, together as one.
Good evening, everyone. It's really wonderful to see you all here. And I know we have the Pacers game in, we got about 69 minutes. So instead of a lengthy deep dive, I'm going to focus on some highlights and share just a little bit of an exciting vision for the future. Reflecting, as you saw from the video, this past year really featured a lot of very successful programs, from PJ Library to youth philanthropy to Next Gen, leadership development, women's engagement, and our vital Israel-focused events. We are showing our community to be serving every part of the community. We remain steadfast in our mission to keep everyone safe and healthy. Financially also, we've shown some remarkable progress over the last couple of years. Our unrestricted annual campaign is up 17% over the past 2 years. We've balanced our budget, we've established new endowments, we've secured new donor-advised funds, and there's a whole lot more financially, but we sent out an impact report to everybody's homes last month, so I would encourage you to go home and take a look at it while you're watching the game. In the coming year, we're going to build on all of those successes. We plan to launch at least 3 new programs to reach parts of our community that right now are a little bit underserved. So first, we have the 18 Under 18 program, which the nominations are now closed. We had over 50 nominations for this program, recognizing and nurturing the young, talented individuals in our community. We have Ignite, which is a program that we are designing for people in their 50s and 60s. And that program is going to include a visit to the Jewish community of Argentina. So if you fall in there and are interested, please let us know. And we are also starting a men's engagement group, because the women's engagement group is going so really fantastically well. We thought it'd be only fair for the other half of our community. Our annual campaign this year is in full swing, and we're deeply grateful to all of you for your participation and your support. But I really want to spend the rest of my time talking about something that is equally, if not more important than the things that we're doing. It's the relationships that are at the very foundation of the Federation. And I'm proud to be a part of at least 3 very distinct but deeply interconnected groups that make our community work. First, to my senior institutional partners, the rabbis, executive directors, and CEOs who sustain our community every single day. I'm not going to name them all individually again. You know who they are, you know who they are. Their team, them and their teams, and their dedicated lay leadership, you all provide the structure and direction for this amazing community. And our interinstitutional relationships are truly about people. We've worked tirelessly over the past year and in previous years to build strong communications. We coordinate our efforts, and we share resources. And all of that makes the Indianapolis Jewish community so much stronger. And none of us could do this alone. I am moved to call all of you my friends as well as my colleagues. Next, I want to thank the Federation's professional team. Every one of you, the team leads to the senior staff, the departmental staff, IT, security, maintenance, everyone brings serious skills and expertise. When we call them professional staff, we mean it. They are professional staff. More than that, they are a profoundly mission-driven team. They bring unwavering commitment and palpable desire to improve the Indianapolis Jewish community. The true measure of the Federation's success isn't a bigger campaign or more programs and services. The real measure of our success is a stronger, safer, and more vibrant community. And I genuinely believe that that's exactly what that team is building. And third, I want to extend our profound gratitude to our lay leadership, particularly our committees, our executive committee, and our board, because nothing is possible and everything is better because of you. You embody time, talent, and treasure, or wealth, work, and wisdom, or if you're at a synagogue, you're the doers, donors, and daveners. You provide the resources, build the networks, and fill our rooms. Together, we are the community. And now, it's my privilege to pay tribute to Helen. Helen has been my partner for the past 2 years. A national leader once told me that a good committee member needs to have one attribute of wealth, work, or wisdom. Really good board members need to have 2. But the truly exceptional presidents bring all 3. And Helen, you have been that precious triple threat. You've lived at the heart of our community your whole life. You received the L.L. Goodman Award 25 years ago. Your wisdom comes from a deep history and experience as the JCC president in 2004, the Federation's annual campaign chair in 2018, and of course you were very, very active before, in the middle, and since. You stepped into the role of president with genuine vision and real passion. You've also modeled selflessness and generous giving. During your presidency, you and Asaf became members of the King David Society. You championed women's philanthropy, and you were honored with the Kipnis Wilson Friedland Award. And you perpetuated your annual gift with a Loge, a Lion of Judah endowment. But, as you said just a few minutes ago in my office, it's your work that really set you apart. You devoted hours daily to the president, and I mean that. She devoted hours every day, ask Asaf, to being president of the Federation. She practically camped out here on campus in the days after October 7th. She hosted and cooked for dozens of meetings. You made hundreds of phone calls, and you answered thousands of texts and emails. If I needed you, you were always there to talk, to support, to reassure, to complain with, and as many of the people here know, to argue with. But I hope you'll agree that it was always a machloket l'shem shamayim, a debate for the sake of heaven. Helen, you have left a tremendous legacy and walked in such big shoes that I am not the first person to notice that it's taking two people to replace you. So come on up here.
It's still there. Oh, how beautiful.
Okay. So this is a gift that we're giving you. You've been a leader by every standard. We're giving you a yad. A yad because it's a Torah pointer, because you really have pointed the way to for this community for the past couple of years.
So nice.
Okay?
Thank you.
And on the inscription, on the other side, it's this quote from the Psalms, and you shall lead them with a skillful hand and integrity of heart. Thanks. Thank you, Helen.
Beautiful. Thank you. Thank you. This
take a
is
picture?
lovely. Beautiful. Oh, wait, hold on.
Okay, you got it?
I got it.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
It's your turn.
Oh, it's my turn.
Yep.
Okay, thanks. It's now time to shift our focus and celebrate the incredible individuals who have made our community stronger through their dedication, passion, and service. First of all, I'd like to give a special award to Dr. Michael and Karen Rothbaum. Mike and Karen were our campaign co-chairs for 2003 and 2004, along with Sandy Knockles. The only reason I'm not mentioning Sandy is because she stayed on and she's still our campaign co-chair. During their tenure, the campaign increased by 17%, and we are deeply grateful for their service. Mike and Karen, please come up and accept this award. Are they here? Well, is anybody, I don't know if they're here. Well, I guess they're not here, but we will be glad to give them their award. They deserve it. They did a great job. Each year, the Federation has the honor of recognizing outstanding community members through our annual awards. Individuals whose action embody the very spirit of Jewish values and leadership. A heartfelt thank you to our awards committee, led by its chair, John Abrams, for their time, care, and thoughtful deliberation in selecting this year's honorees. Let's begin this special part of the evening by honoring those who truly make a difference. Our first award is the Melvin Simon Tikkun Olam Award. It was established in 2002 to recognize unique special projects that enhance the overall community. This award is presented to the Jewish Federation of Greater Indianapolis Women's Engagement Committee, a dynamic and forward-thinking group led by Molly Tabak Kabak Emma La Ottman and Julie Singer. Recognizing a significant gap in programming for Jewish women in their 30s and 40s, these dedicated leaders came together to create a space that didn't exist before. Through their vision and hard work, they founded a committee that fosters meaningful connection, leadership development, and engagement for a vital and often underserved segment of our community. We are proud to recognize their impact and honor them with this award. Molly, Emma, and Julie could not be here tonight. We want to extend a big mazel tov to Emma on the birth of her twins. Julie will be rooting for the Pacers at Gamebridge, and Molly had, unfortunately, a death in the family. So we want to tell them that thank you so much, Molly and Emma and Julie, for all you've done.
Our next award is the Domont Award, which was established in honor of Ben and Gus Domont for their many years of steadfast support and commitment to the quality of Jewish life in Indianapolis. This year, the Domont Award is proudly presented to Deborah Peltier-Blatt and Brandon Blatt for their vision, compassion, and leadership in establishing the Hamsa Fund in partnership with Jewish Family Services. Launched in 2022, the Hamsa Fund has provided life-changing opportunities to over 120 Jewish children and young adults from 70 families, the majority of whom are at or below 300% of the federal poverty line. From tutoring and sports camps to Jewish life experiences, day school, and mental health services, Hamsa grants have helped young people thrive, both within Jewish spaces and beyond. What makes this fund so unique is that it provides families access to additional supports through JFS to truly ensure that basic as well as their enrichment needs are met. Many, many families have been introduced to Jewish Family Services and its services for the first time through Hamsa Fund opportunities. The Hamsa Fund has become an important connector for families and their children to a sense of deeper belonging to our community. So thanks to Deb and Brandon for their partnership with Jewish Family Services, the Hamsa Fund is not only breaking down barriers to Jewish life, it's strengthening identity, promoting dignity, and creating lasting impact for future generations. Your work is a testament to the power of kindness, innovation, and the deep belief that every child deserves an opportunity to thrive. So, we are honored to recognize Deb and Brandon with the Domont Award. I would also like to invite Rachel Katz, JFS Executive Director, and Julie Sondhelm, JFS Clinical Director, to join Deb and Brandon in receiving this award. Come on up.
Coming over this way.
Now they're coming around.
Now they're coming around. Okay. Get a little exercise. Come on over this way. Yeah. Mazel tov.
Yeah, a lot of people.
Mazel tov. Mazel tov. Thank you for all you do. We appreciate it. Oops, I'm sorry. Thank you. Thank you, guys. The next award is the Lev Award. Lev is Hebrew for heart. And we proudly presented this to Linda and Todd Maurer. Where are they? Yay. I know they have to be here. They better be here, Todd. This year, in recognition of their visionary leadership and heartfelt commitment to nurturing a younger generation of Jewish leaders through the creation of the Maurer Koach program. With the deepest belief in the strength of community and the power of mentorship, Linda and Todd have established the Mauer Co-op program, which is an experiential program that provides exposure and experiences that will equip the cohort with tools to educate, lead, and advocate for themselves and others. Together, they address current approaches to understanding and combating anti-Semitism, as well as to provide insights into Jewish life, leadership, and social justice. The program has been extraordinarily successful and really has outreach to those younger Jewish people who have not been engaged in our community. And what we're seeing is the results, even after a very brief period of time, of them becoming involved in our community, and we really appreciate it. We are honored to present Linda and Todd with the Lev Award, a tribute of their heart, dedication, and enduring impact they bring to our community.
Right there.
Thank you. Mazel tov. Mazel tov.
Todd tells me that one of our past presidents, Estelle Nelson, has arrived. So Estelle, we are thrilled that you've joined us tonight.
Lots of koach here. Nice seeing all of you here. This is not my role as president or soon to be president, but it's my honor as a past recipient of the L.L. Goodman Award for Outstanding Young Leadership to present this award to a very deserving recipient. This recipient has been active in the Indianapolis community in a variety of leadership positions. The winner of this award exhibits an incredible passion for Judaism, Jewish philanthropy, and engagement. This person is a graduate of the Prystowski Atid program, the IHC Leadership program, and was in the inaugural class of 36 under 36. This person is a regular at his synagogue's daily minyan, probably knows who he is now, is a regular at Shabbat morning services and shows up whenever he is asked. He's a role model and a prime example of what it means to give of oneself for the betterment of the community. The winner of this year's award is someone I am proud to call a friend, someone that has partnered with Linda and me in developing and implementing the Mauer Co-op program. This year's winner of the L.L. Goodman Award for Outstanding Young Leadership is the most deserving Joshua Abrams.
Thank you, Todd and Joshua. The second L.L. Goodman Award for Outstanding Young Leadership honors an individual whose passion, commitment, and leadership are already shaping the future of our Jewish community. She is a dynamic force in our Women's Philanthropy Committee, bringing fresh ideas, contagious energy, and a deep dedication to empowering others. She recently became a major donor, a reflection of her belief in the power of giving and her commitment to building a strong, vibrant Jewish future. She is also stepping into a new role where she will be co-chairing the women's mission trip to Mexico City next year, an experience that will deepen connections and strengthen our global Jewish ties. But her impact does not stop there. She took initiative when it mattered most. Soon after October 7th, launching the Run for Your Lives chapter in Indianapolis, raising awareness and rallying support for the hostages still being held in Gaza. She leads with heart, vision, and courage. And tonight, we are so delighted and proud to recognize her inspiring contributions. Our L.L. Goodman Award goes to Iris Goldberg.
The next award is our second surprise award for the evening. It's the Frank H. Newman Award, which was established in 1991 to honor outstanding professionals who serve within one of the Federation's constituent or beneficiary agencies. Our recipient tonight is someone whose dedication and leadership have made a lasting impact at one of our community's cornerstone institutions. This individual leads with compassion and vision, guiding a well-rounded team committed to providing individualized care and treatment for all seniors at Hooverwood Living. His unwavering commitment has enhanced the lives of countless residents and strengthened the fabric of our community. As the CEO, his work at Hooverwood reflects the highest standards of service and embodies true excellence and integrity in leadership. I'm proud to call him my friend and my colleague, and it is my honor to welcome and congratulate Evan Lublein. Oh, I have to go. I think, is there someone here who wants to stand up?
We also have a surprise for Evan. Are they here? Oh, Evan's parents are here from Cleveland.
All right, well earned. I think you're up.
The next award is the Kahilo Award, which was established in 2009 for sustained and outstanding volunteer service in the Jewish community. I am so proud to announce that this award goes to Dan Cantor. Yeah. As treasurer of the Jewish Federation of Greater Indianapolis for the last 4 years, Dan has devoted countless hours and expertise to strengthening our community's financial stability, especially during challenging times. His strategic leadership helped resolve past significant financial challenges and guided the Federation through a period of transition with his steady, calm hand. Beyond the Federation, Dan's impact spans decades. Oh, sorry about that, Dan. Just a few years. And includes pivotal roles with Hooverwood, where he served as president and built a sustainable foundation for the future, and contributions to numerous organizations, such as Indianapolis Hebrew Congregation, New Fields, the Damien Center, and more. And he also continues to offer guidance and support to all of those institutions. Dan's commitment to our community is deeply rooted with his family, legacy, and partnership, with his wonderful wife, Katie, his children, Abby, her husband, David, Courtney, her husband, Christopher, and his grandchildren. His kindness, sincerity, generosity, and mentorship have inspired many, including myself. And his lifelong dedication ensures strength and success of Jewish life in Indianapolis for generations to come. Dan has, which I'm going to talk a little bit about in my speech, but Dan has been my right-hand man throughout my presidency, and I really appreciate it, and I appreciate Katie, of course. Please join me in recognizing Dan Cantor for his remarkable service and leadership.
Our final award for the evening is the prestigious Liebert I. Mosler Community Service Award. This award honors an individual with a long-standing record of exceptional service in both the Jewish and broader Indianapolis community. This year's honoree is Beth Clapper, who has demonstrated visionary leadership across countless roles. In the Jewish community, she has served as president of the Bureau for Jewish Education, chair of Women's Philanthropy, co-chair of the annual campaign, and ultimately she was Federation president from 2019 to 2021. She was a graduate of the first IT Leadership Program and is the previous recipient of the L.L. Goodman Award. But her commitment extends far beyond the Jewish community. Beth has held leadership roles with Krista Morehouse, Dress for Success, Big Sisters, and she is currently serving as the president of the Indianapolis Zoo, where she leads a board of more than 100 members and has helped raise over $50 million through their capital campaign. Balancing her professional work alongside her husband, Steve, and raising 4 children, Beth continues to be a driving force for good, making an indelible impact on our entire community. So please join me in recognizing Beth Clapper for outstanding dedication, leadership, and service with the Liebert I. Mosler Community Service Award. Here she is. Before we get it,
Congratulations. Very nice.
you can make us look a little short.
Oh, yeah. Mazel tov. Mazel tov.
They can sit down. Oh, sit down here. You're up.
Congratulations to all of our award recipients, and thank you all for all that you have done and continue to do for this community. I want to thank the members also of our Academic Scholarship Committee, which was chaired by Matthew Tobe, for helping us support Jewish students who are pursuing their dreams through higher education. The Mark Peskovitz Outstanding Volunteer Leadership honors a student with a record of outstanding service to the Jewish and/or general Indianapolis community. We are pleased to announce that this year's winner is our recipients, dual recipients, Arlie Alkalasi and Ari Harold. The Svetlana Grimberg Endowed Scholarship is given to recognize a working female community member pursuing education that will lead to a career. This year's recipients of the Grimberg Scholarship are Robbie Alder and Libby Karen. The Eugene and Betty Friedman Memorial Scholarship is awarded to deserving Jewish individuals seeking to further education in a STEM field. This year's recipients are Daniel Aronov, David Flamenhoff, and Sierra Krichover. The Jules Dorfman Scholarship supports graduate students with a focus in Jewish communal social work or Jewish education. This year's recipient of the Jules Dorfman Scholarship is Robbie Alder. And finally, the Len Pearl Memorial Scholarship recognizes the academic excellence and volunteer service of foreign-born Jewish high school students. This year's recipient of the Len Pearl Scholarship is Daniel Aronoff. I now ask that our recipients of the scholarships who are here with us tonight, please stand so that we may congratulate you. Congratulations, everyone. Well-deserved honors. Now we are moving into the more formal portion of the evening. I am now going to call the meeting of the Federation Board of Directors to order. I'm missing the gavel, Mark. We forgot the gavel. All right. It is my pleasure to call on Leslie Rubin, our immediate past president and chair of the nominating committee, to present the report of the nominating committee. Oh, you're behind me. I didn't know where you are.
Stay up here.
Thank
It'll
you.
go fast. Hello, everyone. How are you doing tonight? Yeah. We're got to do a little bit of antics up here. Otherwise, it gets, kind of boring, as my granddaughter says. Oh, it's boring. So anyway, thank you everyone for coming tonight. I want to thank the nominating committee of such a group of passionate people, phenomenal group. They were very engaged and worked diligently to come up with a slate for your consideration. The way this works, and I've been corrected, well corrected on Robert's Rules of Order, all we have to do is present the names to you and then we vote. And what I'm going to ask you to do tonight is, as I call for the vote, to just raise your hand so that we can make sure that we've got at least a good indication of whether the vote passes or not. So, pursuant to the bylaws of the Jewish Federation of Greater Indianapolis, I'm going to present the nominating committee, and I'll read the names to you. Board members for a 3-year term ending in 2028. It's David Calderon, Dan Cantor. Dan, you can't leave after all, honey. Miriam Dant, Marlo Katz, Barry Crute, Todd Maurer, Jamie Ratner-Rich, Karen Rothbaum, Mike Rothbaum, Jennifer Schwartz, and Larry Thoreau. Honorary members for a 1-year term ending in 2026 include David Barrett, Karen Cohn, Rosalie Gasso, Hart Haston, David Clapper, Barb Leventhal, turning my page, Barb Levy, Diane Lutz, Michael Maurer, Michael Mervis, Livia Russell, Robert Schloss, and Herbert Simon. The nominating committee slate of the board candidates requires a vote by the community. So that means anyone who's a member of the community can vote. We request that all those in favor of the slate please acknowledge by raising your hand now. And how are we going to tell it? Just roughly. Well, and then I'll go to the negatives and we'll go from there. Okay. All those who are opposed, same sign, please. Well, it looks like it's unanimous. It's unanimous. So thank you very much. So, congratulations to our newly elected board members. I'd like to now present the nominating committee slate for the officers to serve a 1-term ending in 2026. We are doing something very groundbreaking this year. We have co-presidents. And any president who has served in this role before, myself included, will tell you there's more than enough work for 2 people. So, co-president Miriam Dent, we are just very lucky as a community to have the 2 people who are willing to sign up for it. Co-president Todd Maurer, VP Jamie Ratner-Rich, and I should have said vice president, campaign vice president Sandy Knocklis, campaign vice president Janine Shapiro, treasurer Larry Thoreau, secretary Barry Wormser, and immediate past president Helen Kurlander Goldstein. Again, as we talk about this, all the newly elected and continuing board members are eligible to vote in this particular vote. All those in favor, please raise your hand. All those opposed, same sign. The motion carries. Thank you very much. It's not a motion, it's a vote. Thank you for correcting me. Again, congratulations. Now, Helen, I need you. So a group of us got together a while back over a glass of wine and decided that we wanted to do something to celebrate you and all that you have been done in support of Israel during your presidency.
Nice.
So this will tell you who it is.
Okay.
But the thing about this is it's going to take you back 25 years.
Uh-oh.
And if you'll recall, we happened to be in Israel on a particular trip, so I'm calling this your
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh, thank you so much.
There was a group of us that went to Russia and then went on to Israel. And I will kid you not that by the time we got to Israel, we were like on the ground, kissing the ground. It was like, oh my God, we're back in a Western culture. But we ended up spending some wonderful time, and there was an opportunity for a friend of mine to present some of her jewelry to us. And I remember Ofer specifically saying, oh my God, my wife's going to kill me. Oh my God. So anyway, congratulations.
Thank you so
sweetie.
much. That is so nice. Thank you so much.
All right, have at it, dear.
Okay. Well, thank you. Okay, well, after probably 200 speeches I've given over the last 2 years, this is my last one, particularly as president. It's really hard to put into words how proud and grateful I feel as I look back over the past 2 years as president of our Jewish Federation of Greater Indianapolis. These have been truly transformative years for our federation, for our Jewish community, and for me personally. They've been a journey marked by resilience, strength, and connection that has shaped us in meaningful ways. My presidency began just a few months before the horrific events of October 7th. What happened was nothing short of extraordinary, because it didn't matter for one individual, but because the entire community, our lay leaders, the professional staff we have at all of our agencies and synagogues, all came together. And within 36 hours, our community mobilized and put together a program that reached over 2,000 families, not individuals, but families, both live and on Zoom. It was amazing. The empathy and the unity that emerged among Federation staff, our agencies, and volunteer leaders created lasting bonds that have continued to today. It was a powerful reminder of what's possible when committed people come together for something larger than themselves. I will never forget those weeks after October 7th. When I stepped into this role, I made 3 promises to you. First, I pledged to help guide our community into the next generation, ensuring that no matter who, all Jews feel inspired, included, and proud to be part of the Jewish life in Indianapolis. And what a transformation we have seen. A new wave of leadership has emerged, passionate, creative, and forward-thinking. These rising leaders aren't just participating, they're actively shaping our future. They're offering fresh perspectives while working in partnership with those who came before them. That blend of experience and new energy is what gives me the greatest hope. We're not just preserving the past, we're building something vibrant and inclusive for the future. Second, I promise to strengthen relationships between our Federation agencies, our Federation, our agencies, and synagogues, because collaboration and trust were essential if we wanted to move forward. Over time, through open, honest communication, we've built real bridges. One of the most meaningful changes has been creating intentional lines of communication, lay leaders connecting with lay leaders, professionals with professionals, so that we can solve problems directly and constructively. Bi-weekly meetings of executives of Federation, JFS, JCRC, the Hebrew Academy, Hooverwood, and JCC means that our executive CEOs meet for lunch. They do not disclose the location. It's always secret. Because why? They've created a place of trust where ideas and concerns are shared and real solutions are born. We've also seen the impact of joint programming and shared efforts across agencies and synagogues. Slowly but surely, we've gone from operating in silos to working side by side as true partners and building trust along the way. Third, I pledge to honor our past for caring for our Southside cemeteries, which are resting places for generations of our families, dating back to the 1800s. This work has been deeply personal for me, and it's been profoundly important. I'm proud of the progress we've made and grateful to everyone who's helped us. However, there is much more to do. We are forming a dedicated committee to explore how best to manage ownership, fund much-needed structural improvements, and grow our current endowment so that these cemeteries are maintained with dignity and that they are preserved forever. This isn't a project, it's a responsibility and a reflection of who we are as a community. If you are interested in being involved in this effort, please don't hesitate to contact me. All of these efforts, these promises put into action, have led to something incredible, an outpouring of support from our community, from all of you. Through the hard work of our professional lay leadership and staff together, our Chief Development Officer, Rebecca Shelley-Newman, her campaign staff, our campaign co-chairs, Sandy Knocklis, Karen and Mike Rothbaum, and Janine Shapiro. We've raised our campaign over 17% the last 2 years. We've seen a remarkable increase in annual campaign contributions. 101 new donors, 23 lions, and 21 pomegranates in 2024 alone. This is passion. New donors are joining us. People are leaning in. The energy is real. One quieter but no less important of a change was our transition to a streamlined executive committee structure. It worked even better than I had imagined. We've created a tight-knit, effective team of leaders, with each person taking ownership of key areas. This structure has allowed us to respond more nimbly to the rapidly changing needs of our community. I've loved working with each of you. You've brought dedication, creativity, and heart to the table, and I am so grateful. A special thank you again to Dan Cantor, our treasurer, and my right-hand man. Dan, your insight, calm judgment, which is something that is good for me, and friendship have meant the world to me. And thank you, Katie, too, for not only lending Dan, but helping our community when needed. To Todd and Miriam, I wish you a presidency filled with meaningful achievements and deep connection across our entire Jewish community. My heartfelt advice: trust what you see, listen well, stay open-minded, and lead with integrity. You'll hear many voices, but always stay true to what, given all the information, is right for the community, even when that path can be challenging. I want to thank Mark Swates, our esteemed CEO. Mark, your passion for our community is inspiring. I really value our open communication. You never hold back your thoughts, and I'm not shy about sharing mine as well. That honest back and forth keeps us on our toes and creates the kind of collaboration where the best decisions happen, sometimes with a little friendly sparring in between. I joke that Mark, Asaf, is my second husband, with late nights, last-minute calls, and teamwork. You've been a steady partner in the journey. I couldn't have asked for a better teammate. With open eyes, we see a growing campaign, sold-out events, and new people at each event eager to contribute and get involved. None of this would be possible without your strong leadership and excellent teamwork between professional staff and lay leadership. Thank you for everything from the bottom of my heart. Last but definitely not least, we could not do any of these exciting things without our fabulously impressive, wonderful professional staff. Team leads: Rebecca Shellett-Newman, Daniel Ailes, Margot Fox, Andrea Kaczynski, along with Brian Hoffman, Ashley Flamenhoff, Ryan Short, Becca Choate, excellent dog sitter, by the way, Blake Kaplan, and all the other teams. Without all of you and the entire Federation staff, we simply wouldn't be seeing the success we are today. I appreciate you more than words can say. Thank you all for what you do every day. I'm especially grateful to those who have been by my side over the last 2 years. First and foremost, my husband, Asaf. From late-night Federation meetings to last-minute phone calls on just about every vacation we've taken over the last 2 years, you've shown me kindness, patience, and for the most part, unwavering support. I know it hasn't always been easy, but you've stood by me through it all. You truly are the wind beneath my wings, and I'm so grateful for your love and strength. I want to thank my children, Eitan, Lauren, and Eliza, who are here tonight. I'm so proud of you. Thank you for being part of the journey with me. Looking back at my notes from last year, I'm grateful my dad, may his memory be a blessing, was there. He and my mom taught me what it truly means to give fully, give through generosity of finances and time. Their example continues to guide me every day. Thank you also to my brother David, my nephew Jacob, and all my friends and family who were there 2 years ago and miraculously came back tonight and are still talking to me. Your support then and now means the world to me. These last 2 years have taught me that leadership isn't about recognition or titles. It's about showing up, listening, and lifting others. That's how I've tried to lead, and I'm grateful beyond words for our community's trust and support. Serving as president of the Jewish Federation of Greater Indianapolis has been one of the most meaningful experiences of my life. Thank you to our incredible Indianapolis Jewish community for this opportunity and for the privilege of standing alongside you, working together to strengthen and uplift all we share. I leave this role filled with pride, gratitude, and hope for a future where our Jewish community continues to grow in strength, unity, and purpose. May we always care for one another, celebrate together, and rise to meet every challenge with courage and compassion. Thank you.
Good evening. I'm Miriam Dant, one half of your co-presidency. This past Sunday, my daughter Emily and I attended the check granting ceremony for the Lou and Sybil Mervis Youth Philanthropy Indy Teen Board, known as YOFI. YOFI is a wonderful federation program that immerses our high school kids into the world of philanthropy, where they learn to fundraise and award grants to causes that are important to them. This year's class awarded grants to organizations that prevent violence. Emily, who was in the very first class of YOFI 6 years ago, now works full-time for the Indiana Coalition Against Domestic Violence. So she applied to YOFI for a grant for her organization and was selected. She was asked to speak at the grant program the other day about how her experience in the first YOFI cohort influenced her to do philanthropic work as an adult. As we were walking out of what we still call the BJE and talking about what a cool full circle moment this was, with Emily being on the recipient side of the YOFI program, Emily shouted, "Mom, look up, I painted that." When I looked up, I saw a painted canvas square along with many other pieces of canvas artwork hung high above the doorway. We both started laughing, having completely forgotten that that was there. Then I saw an even larger piece of artwork next to it with Emily's name on it. It had, the art said, "Happy Tu B'Shvat," and it had a family of 5 standing outside with trees in the background. We both stood there giggling for the longest time and talking about how we remembered the Family Tu B'Shvat program where she had painted those canvases all the way back in grade school. We took pictures of the artwork that still adorns the walls of our campus, and it brought huge smiles to our faces all these years later. What had been a cool full circle moment for my adult daughter and me made me realize that what takes place on our campus has a lasting significance and reinforced for me the importance of our Jewish community campus. One of the biggest challenges that Federation is going to face in the short and long term is the future of our campus. Federation will lead the charge on what our future campus looks like and offers. That process will be a top priority and will be done in a forward-thinking and inclusive way that truly sets our community up for the future. But regardless of what is decided, the impact that our experiences on this campus and on a future campus have on us need to be taken into account. For me, I have memories of events I attended here in my youth. My kids have memories of JCC preschool, summer camp, BJE Hebrew school, soccer, and even paintings that still hang on our walls. A brick sits outside the JCC in memory of my father-in-law, and if my brother were here, he'd tell you about his memories of skipping Hebrew school and going to shoot hoops in the JCC gym. Sorry, Mom and Dad, but I had to have a basketball reference in my remarks tonight. My point is that all of these experiences shape us and our entire Jewish community, and isn't that what a Jewish community campus is really all about? Now some quick thank yous. First of all, to Helen. As has been said earlier tonight, it truly is going to take 2 of us to fill Helen's shoes. Helen, you came in 2 years ago with a full agenda, and it was well underway, and then after October 7th, your agenda was completely reframed. I can't imagine anyone better to have led our community through the most difficult of modern times, and I'm so grateful for your poise, strength, dedication, and leadership. Thank you. To Mark and his dedicated, hardworking staff, and of course, to the executives and professional staff of our constituent agencies. I have the utmost respect for the work that you all devote yourself to, and I'm so excited to be working with you. I have to give a special shout out to Beth Clapper and those BJE auxiliary moms who many years ago recruited me to step in as president for the auxiliary. One thing led to another, and here I am tonight. So if my co-presidency goes badly, you know who to go see. Finally, to my family and friends who are here tonight, thank you so much for being here, and please bear with me these next 2 years. Thank you.
Thank you, Miriam. I'm honored to serve with you in doing this important work. I'm also aware that many of you are anxious and excited to get home to watch the Pacers beat that team from Oklahoma. Therefore, I've condensed my remarks quite substantially. You are welcome. However, I must ad-lib a moment because the first paragraph of my opening, which I did not discuss with Miriam, starts with, "This past Sunday, I attended the Yofi check writing ceremony. One recipient was Emily Dant," and it goes on to almost exactly what Miriam said. So that should be an indication that we are on the same wavelength and we'll be working well together. But since I have a few extra minutes and I don't have to read this paragraph, I was reflecting a little bit that 15 years ago I was honored to receive the L.L. Goodman Award along with Beth Clapper, who has set a great example for this community. But one of the neat things about that award is that I was given that award by Alan Nelson. And Alan's here with his mom, who was a past president. And so these events have impacts decades later. So Alan was a recipient of this award as well. So along the way, you don't know who you're going to impact and who you're going to touch. And where an award from 15 years ago, then you have to hear me speak. I'm inspired by a lot of the young people, the Yofi teenagers who really talked about great work. I'm really inspired by our TEED participants, and especially by our co-op participants, which many are here tonight. But most uniquely, some of those co-op participants are now working in our Jewish community, and they were not doing so prior to being part of co-op. As a matter of fact, many of them were not known to Federation yet. They were new. And now they've ingrained themselves, and sometimes, in one case, ingrained their spouse to work in the community. So we are really grateful for these bright, younger, they're not all young, but they're younger than me, leaders who are doing amazing things, and they're all wonderful people. So get the opportunity to meet these co-op participants. We must look now to tomorrow and not at yesterday. There's much more important work to do in our community. And this work cannot be done by Miriam and me alone, nor solely by the executive committee, nor the board. This is a community, and it takes all of us to grow and prosper together as a community. Now is crunch time. It's time to get off the bench and start scoring. Our community is too small to work against each other. We must embrace the concept that a win for any Jewish organization is a win for the entire Jewish community. It's time for all of us to put aside any slights, annoyances, and grievances and come together. I have. Our Jewish Federation is making an impact and doing vitally important work. I implore you all to join us and be leaders. Encourage others to contribute to our work of taking care of those in need, to creating meaningful gathering opportunities, to advocating on behalf of our community, to taking care of our elderly population, to educating our youth, and to developing young leaders that serve not just in the Jewish community, but the Indianapolis community as well. As I conclude, I have a few favors to ask, and yes, I'm talking to all of you. Please help us grow our annual campaign. We have big goals, and we plan to reach those goals. But that means I will be calling you to ask you to increase your support or come back to the fold. But more importantly, please be advocates for our federation. Let's stop talking poorly and being critical. Give us a chance to succeed. We need positive support. If you have an issue or a problem, don't whisper and gossip. Call Miriam or call me. Because Miriam and I have big ideas, and we need you all cheering for us like you're going to cheer for the Pacers. Whether you're on the bench or in the stands, support us. Thank you. Okay, we have some concluding business here. It's not in the script. All right. Okay. As our first order of business as co-presidents, we offer the appointment of the executive committee. It was in the script, but Miriam saved me. The executive committee, as it pertains to the slate of officers for 2025 and 2026, officers for a one-year term ending in 2026. It's on up here on the screen. Miriam Dant and Todd Maurer as co-presidents, Vice President Jamie Ratner-Rich, Campaign Vice Presidents Sandy Knocklis and Janine Shapiro, Treasurer Larry Turow, and Secretary Barry Wormser. Those were our executive committee. This is the same. Okay, that's our executive committee. And we need a vote on that. Yep. And Gigi hasn't done much in the Federation, so we asked her to have a first run at this. Marlo Katz, Ofer Koren, and Megan Maurer. That is my sister-in-law, not my wife. Okay. All in favor, raise your hand. Great. All those who were not eligible to vote, you voted anyway. We thank you for that. Anyone opposed? Megan, put your hand down. All right. Thank you.
We only have about 10 more speeches, don't worry. No, this is really, truly the end of our meaningful and inspiring celebration of people and programs that make our community so special. We extend our heartfelt thanks to everyone whose time and effort contributed to this evening's success. And now, in the interest of honoring both our commitment to Jewish life and our deep love for basketball, we're concluding on time for you to catch the tip-off and go Pacers. We need a motion to adjourn, please. We are adjourned. Thank you.
All COOC members come over here for a picture, and any award winners come up for a picture, please. Emily, you didn't film her. You should have filmed her like she filmed you.
So I could ask you to stop.